Okay, guys, we're back. This is going to be part 2 of my recipe organizing. Okay, I have emptied the recipe box. I have gotten all of these recipes out, and I've got them organized into different piles. Now, I have got I do things weird. I got weird piles here. This pile right here, guys, is the one that it started it all. This is the one that I talked about when I was a teenager. I started having my mom and sisters write down recipes for me. So I have a pork chop casserole. I have a hamburger casserole, and you can see how old these index cards are. And over here is cornbread. Yes, I even wanted simple things like that put down for me at first to learn how to cook. I wanted to go by recipes, and honey, I still go by recipes. I have a candy cornflakes here. Now, I think this one actually was added a little bit later after I got married, I do have to say. I'm recalling. Chicken casserole. Oh, honey, this one has been used in our family many and many a time. Tuna gravy, and I love it. Homemade ice cream, baked potatoes, hash browns, popcorn balls, and this was also added later, I believe, after I got married, because I had never heard of popcorn balls before in my whole entire life. And my husband's mama is the one that made those. So I got this recipe from her. Fudge, pea salad, Mexican casserole, gravy, brown. And then down here, tomato gravy. So yes, even the simple things. There's a joke in here also. In a little bit we'll get to. And I'm going to tell you about that. Chicken and rice casserole. Ooey gooey cake. Oh man, I hadn't had this ooey gooey cake in years. I'm going to have to make that soon. Woo! Red bean and sausage. Here's the joke. Toast. My cousin, Mary, was visiting me and spending the night with me one time when I was a teenager, when I had first started collecting these recipes. And she lived a long distance out of town, okay? I lived in Mississippi, she lived in Louisiana, and they had come into town and was visiting. Well, me and her were close, so she always comes and spent the night with me. Well, I was showing her my recipes I had started collecting, and I was all excited about it. And she seen the simple ones like the cornbread and the gravies and stuff like that. And she said, I got a recipe for you. Can I write down one for you? She was joking and picking on me. And I said, yeah, sure. She got a card and she wrote down toast, 2 slices of light bread, butter, Creole seasoning, and Louisiana hot sauce. Take light bread in toaster, cook until done, add butter and eat. No, you know, she did that as a joke, laughing at me, kind of making fun of me a little bit in a way, because I was needing the simple things and I was wanting the recipes for it all. Like I wouldn't know how to fix toast, except for, to be honest with you, they were from Louisiana. All we do is put the bread in the toaster and pull it out, and either eat it like that or spread butter on it. We ain't never put Creole seasoning or Louisiana hot sauce on our toast. I'm so sorry for you. I don't like hot stuff. Alright, quick candied yams, fried pork chops, fried chicken, cream of chicken stew, barbecue chicken, biscuits, another simple one I guess, fried hamburger steak, peas, steak, Granny's Bible cake. I think I seen this in like a magazine. So it gave, you know, it's called Granny's Bible cake. Well, it gave things, it does give real food ingredients to make something, so I wrote that down. But it had also gave things like Bible words that really wasn't to make something as food. I should have wrote those down too. Chicken and dumplings, and then the dumplings, creamed potatoes, burritos, and rice. So this is the stack that begun it all. So this is just my first step of organizing. What I'm going to do is now put these piles the way I have them separated in my box. With this one in the front, I'm going to kind of go in order a little bit until I'm ready to do my next step to store them in here like this, because this is going to take a while, and I can't just sit here and continue doing this and keep making video after video after video before I put them up, because my phone's not going to hold all those videos. So this was when I was a teenager and I was getting started collecting recipes at first. So then when I got married, and at my shower, everybody wrote down recipes and gave to me. Now that's not what these are, but this is the pile of little small paper that people wrote recipes on. And a lot of these, you know, was from all the people at my shower. I'm trying to straighten them a little bit better. And they wrote down their favorite recipes they knew to give to me. That was one of the things they all had to do for me at my shower, my wedding shower. So that's them. Now granted, like I said, it's not just all those. All through the years, I've had other people, Mama, to write down things on recipes on little papers, and it just happens to be little papers, so it goes in the little paper stack. So that's going to go next right there. Then also later on through the years, when I got this box and started putting them in here, you know, I started writing them on these cards. This is a newer index card with one recently wrote on it. Come on, stop falling, get up. So I'm gonna do those next. Then I've got some little bitty index cards here with recipes on it that people's give me. Alright, I've got, these are like glossy and silky, I call them. They were out of a magazine, okay? So I've got all of them together, and the foods are mixed. You know, there's foods, there's desserts, there's drinks in each of these piles. I'm just doing the piles like this first. Then I'll go through and start separating food, desserts, and stuff like that. Alright, then I have one page here. It looks like it was printed out. It says Grandma's Tea Cakes. It's from a lady that I know that used to go to church with me. So I'm assuming she gave it to me back then. I don't really know. Since it wasn't written on, if it was written on and it's a small paper, it would have went in that, stack, but it was printed out. So I kind of kept it separated. That's why I say I'm odd and do things in odd ways. Then I have the stacks of big pieces of folded paper that people wrote recipes on for me. We're going to put that one in here next. Then I have the printed out big pieces of paper that I had printed out recipes from the computer a while back. I mean, years ago. I used to be like in a club, and it was my friends and some other people I had met online, and we traded recipes. So they would send it through email or in the club group thing, whatever, and we would print them out, and we would each try each other's recipes out. And then some of them, like this one, I typed up and did. And then there's some other different ones in here. Some typed up that some pen pals sent me through the mail through the years and stuff like that. Then these two, they're big papers and they're printed out from a computer. But these two are specifically Tupperware recipes. I used to be in Tupperware and sell Tupperware. So I've got that by itself. And then this stack here, I'm calling it my odd stack. Because, let me show y'all. You know, of course, this was gotten off of a Hershey container. Okay. These is just things like this that I can't remember where it come from. This here, it says the Charlie Ration, however you say that, cookbook, or No Food is Too Good for the Man Up Front. So I don't remember where I got this, but it's got a bunch of recipes in it. It's like a little booklet, and I've just stuck it in my recipe thing. I don't know how I'm going to do it. If I'm going to try to put this in the book, it's got several recipes on it. I'd like for each recipe to be separated, so I may have to take the time to write down each one on a separate card. But anyway, and then I found this in a magazine years ago, and I could not resist. I have not tried it yet. In a way, I'm scared too. So that's gonna go in the back. So there you go. It's organized that much. The next step is I'm actually gonna go through. I'll probably just start organizing like food, desserts, drinks, breads, maybe soups and salads, that sort of thing, within each of these groups, okay? And as I do each step like this, I'll come back with a little video, so it'll keep being parts. This is part 2. So the next one will be part 3. And here that is, I've left that out. Why did I do that? So I hope y'all are enjoying this. I also have the, this is the rest of the empty recipe cards that come with this box. And then here's another pack. I must have gotten another box and probably used it. It seemed like I crafted and decorated on it and used it for something else, so I just took the cards out. And I ain't used them yet, so I've got them cards to write all of these recipes on that's on these papers and things. I like these cards. I'm going to keep these cards and just put them in the picture albums. And I want them all on the recipe cards like this, so I'm going to try to write them all down. This here is the folders that was in here separating each section. I don't quite know yet what I'm going to do with this. I got to think about it, how I want to use them in here. So there's that. I will put these in the back for now too, behind here, until I can organize that. Okay, I hope y'all are enjoying this. I guess it can be called a series. So, hope y'all will enjoy it. Alright guys, that's all I have for now. So I am gone. Bye-bye. See y'all later.